The fourth principle in guerrilla warfare, and I'm sure many more things that I'm going over, but that I'm covering here, the guerrilla fighter follows no conventional rules of conduct. So, in case you don't know it, men in warfare have rules they have got to follow. That there's certain things they're allowed to do and not allowed to do. And I mean, Vietnam was a great example of that. They couldn't really initiate the attacks and wipe the enemy out. They had to wait to be attacked upon, if I understand that right. But soldiers have to follow conventional rules. A guerrilla fighter doesn't. Boy, does this one fit for self-defense. Some guy attacks you in the street. What, you gotta spar with him? You gotta take him to the ground and ground grappling and not do anything dirty. Don't gouge the eyes, don't bite, don't hit the throat, don't grab the balls, don't use a weapon like heck. That's exactly how we're gonna handle it. We are not gonna follow any conventional fighting form, and that can be one of the problems with sparring. And let me say, if you like to spar, that's fine, nothing wrong with sparring, but it's building habits that of course are following the rules. You can't spar with somebody and have no rules, it's insane. I mean, you can't gouge a guy's eyes or kick him in the testicles or chop his throat. And it's one thing too to say, well, in sparring I do it that way, but in another fight I do it another way. I remember a guy who told me recently, who's got a lot of experience in martial arts, and he said to me when he was talking to a name you would know well, and I don't want to name the person, but when he was talking about it, he said, everyone fights dirty in a real fight. And I thought, no, they don't. Think about it. When you've known somebody who's gotten attacked and it ended up into a fight, did they gouge his eyes out? Did they bite him? Did they just followed what they knew to do? And especially in sport, you're building reactions off, especially if it's full contact sparring. But the guerrilla fighter doesn't follow any conventional rules, and neither do we. We don't owe this guy anything. We did not agree to fight with him. He's attacked us. We don't have to follow any rules whatsoever. You have a book in your hand. You know, apply the other principle. You're feigning weakness, and please don't hurt me, and slam the binding right into the guy's throat. I don't care if you're a grandma and you do that to somebody. It'll go slow him down quite a bit, where you could either finish him off or get away. The guerrilla fighter follows no conventional rules.